Looking for the skills and training you need to get a new career? Call CTC, the Center for Training and Careers, and start working towards that new career today. Call CTC in San Jose.
Good evening. I'm Cihuapilli Rose Amador, and this is Native Voice TV. Well, we have a guest tonight, all the way from South Dakota. I'd like to welcome Travis Harden. Welcome, Travis. Now, you just flew all the way in to be here, right?
Yes. Came from South Dakota, from reservation, Cheyenne River Reservation, located in the middle of the state of South Dakota.
And where is that? Eagle Butte, you said?
Yes, Eagle Butte, South Dakota.
And did you grow up there?
No, actually, I grew up in Alaska.
You did? Now tell me the truth. Though. You said there were two tribes, and
it was like,
you're halfway?
Yeah.
Give me
I'm
that.
half HoChunk and half Lakota.
So that makes you?
Half Chunk.
Half Chunk. That was cute. Now, your family is from South Dakota. You were raised, or you went to boarding school. Now, let's tell everybody who your sister is, because everyone knows your sister. The community knows your sister.
My sister is Lakota Harden, and she helped get me out here, and kind of came out to do business and also just to visit. We never get to see each other, and so it's really nice to be out here and be in the community. And
well, it's nice to have such a talented person. You have many, many talents, and I want to hear all about them. But give me a little bit of background of your family. You went to boarding school.
Yeah, I went to boarding school at a young age of, when I was in second grade, I went to this boarding school called St. Joseph Indian School. And I was just back there last week doing a presentation for the people there. And later on, I went back to Alaska, but I would spend my summers in South Dakota because my mother wanted me to know my Lakota people and my Lakota, culture. So I was like back and forth. I went to school in the winter in Alaska and then spent my summers in South Dakota, where my relatives were involved in the American Indian movement back in the 70s. So I used to get up and speak and represent the AIM youth. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I would get up and I was real, things were different back then, and we were militant, AIM people. And I used to get up and say, talk about how the white man was raping Mother Earth. Mm-hmm. And then later on in life, I ended up having to get a job and work for a living. And I ended up building interstates all over the Midwest. Uh-oh. Where I found myself raping Mother Earth.
Oh, no.
So I kind of felt kind of guilty about it.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to do something about it. So I said, well, what could I do? I was just a young man at 18, and all I knew how to do was sing. And so I would go during the layoff season of when you can't pour concrete, I would go to the local Head Start and our daycare, and I'd volunteer and teach little kids some Indian songs. And they liked what I was doing so much that they created a position for me. So I would end up working instead of collecting unemployment. Mm-hmm. I would end up teaching little kids, and that's how I got into teaching little kids how to sing, and that's what I'm still doing today. And I started teaching little kids how to sing 24 years ago.
Wow, so you've been doing that a long time. I've seen some of Lakota's pictures from Alaska, and then actually from all over. It seems like you guys are related to everybody. But so you've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah.
How did it feel going back to the school?
It felt everything was smaller.
Yeah.
But it felt good to be an example for the kids, and
mm-hmm.
I went to school here, and now I'm teaching, and so it was really good to go back. When I heard the church bells, it really brought back memories and took me right back to when I was a little kid and hearing the church bells.
Have they changed much?
Yeah, they changed a lot. They're really, really, good now, and things were a lot different back then. Mm-hmm. But they're really, really good schools now, and a lot of children are benefiting from them.
Well, it's good if you're able to teach them the music. Now, how do you go about teaching the music?
I start off with little kids songs, just like when you learn how to play a musical instrument. I played the trombone for 8 years, so I remember when I first started, the trombone doesn't have any keys or buttons, so it's just a slide, and a lot of it's by ear, and you're either sharp or flat. So I believe it really helped me later in life, you know, on singing. I can really catch an out of tune note, you know, and so you know, the singing, you know, I think I learned a lot from the trombone, you know. But so now when I teach kids how to sing, I'll use nursery songs, kind of like how I first started on the trombone, and I mix songs that were half nursery and half Indian.
Now, you have a CD here, and I know we have it up on screen, but the Nammy Awards were this past weekend. You won a Nammy Award, what, 5 years ago, you said? And
yes.
Tell me about that.
I had a little kids drum group, and we started traveling around to powwows around South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana, around the area, and we would sing, you know, every weekend. Mm-hmm. And so I took some of the boys down to Denver, where we went to a recording studio and we recorded the CD. Mm-hmm. And then it got nominated into like 5 categories, but one actually won, and it was the best spoken word category. And they were at the time they were holding the Nammy Awards in Albuquerque, and it was kind of during the winter, and my car wasn't running so good. They wanted us to perform there, but I didn't want a chance taking a bunch of little boys, you know, all the way down there. And
so you weren't there?
We didn't make it to the actual awards, but I found out from a local radio station, KLND in Bullhead, North Dakota, and they called me up and told me
that you won.
Yeah, and there was also a person there that was working at that radio station that won a Nammy Award also. So he was all excited, and so he had to call me and let me know.
Now this is really exciting. You were telling me about the cover. If we could look at see the cover again.
The cover was done by Leonard Peltier, and he did that while he was in prison, and he said that he wanted us, we could use that for the the children's recording.
Wow, that's great. Well, congratulations.
And on the last track of the CD, there's an honor song for Leonard that tells him that it says, it's a hard life, so keep on being strong, because the people need to be that way.
Wow. Well, will you sing one of the songs from the CD?
Yeah.
Or sing us a song?
It's kind of it's a first song I teach, kind of like for little kids. And I learned it when I was 5 years old. And it's not really a powwow beat. It's just a beat for little kids to hit their leg or their desk. And it kind of goes like this. Ask your mother for 50 cents to see the elephant jump the fence. Way hey ya ho, way yo hey, ya hey yo. He jumped so high he reached the sky. He never came back to the 4th of July. Way hey ya ho, way yo hey, ya hey yo. A B C D E F G H I J K L N O P. Way hey ya ho, way yo hey, ya hey yo. Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. Way hey ya ho, way yo hey, ya hey yo. Now I know my ABCs, so next time won't you sing with me? Way hey ya ho, way yo hey, ya hey yo. And if you listen, the O sound is at the end of the song, and I'm kind of pushing teaching kids how to stop on the end of the song, where way hey ya ho, way yo hey, ya hey yo. And if you do it enough times, you can kind of feel it coming. So that's one of the early songs that I learned when I was a little boy, and I remembered it.
Song.
And now I teach it to kids.
And how do you go about teaching them? You were talking to me earlier about steps.
Yeah, I kind of work on the nursery songs. Like, for instance, I always tell kids, this is one you might recognize. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. Way-ah-hey-yo. This little piggy had commodity beef. This little piggy had none. Way-ah-hey-yo. This little piggy went hee-hee-hee-ho. All the way to Mexico. Way-ah-hey-yo. There's that O sound. So when I explain a song, all of our songs are like this. There's a lead at the beginning where the lead singer will sing the lead, and then the whole group will second the lead, and then it goes through a first part of the song, and there's a pause in the middle, and then a second part. So we're going to go down the stairs. I call this the stair song, and we're going to get to the pause where we're going to go down to the basement. And when we go down to the basement, you'll hear these honor beats that go like this. And what those mean, we're showing respect, honoring, and thanking our elders for everything that they teach us. So I'm going to sing the lead, and then I'm going to second myself, and then go down the stairs, and then I'm going to go into the basement, and I'll stop at the end. But when we get to the O sound, that's where we could either go back to the top of the stairs or stop. And the stair song goes like this. All you need to know to sing the stair song, and these words don't mean anything. It's just a style of changing notes. It's like going la 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 la, but we're using a ya eh hey ya. So all you need to know is ya eh hey ya goes ya eh hey ya, 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 ya eh ho eh yo, way ya hey yo. Now into the basement. Ya eh hey ya, 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 ya eh ho eh yo, way ya hey yo. And there's that O sound. Ya eh ho eh yo, way ya hey yo. And we could either go back to the top of the stairs or stop there. And during a powwow, when the dancers are dancing, when they hear those honor beats 4 times, they know it's going to come up to the O sound, and that's where they get ready to make a stop. And some of them will just freeze or, make some kind of stance, or, they all have their own styles of stopping. But that's what they're listening is for the O sound. And that's kind of how I teach the kids, where to stop.
And do you also teach them how to dance?
Yeah, I used to have I used to work up in North Dakota at United Tribes, and I had a dance crew, and we used to travel and we'd sing and dance, and I would show them some moves. That's when I was slim, trim, and fun to be with. And
you could still dance.
Yeah, but I'd like to explain kind of like if you've never been to a powwow before, and
some of our audience hasn't, so
yeah,
explain.
So it's really simple. It's like all you really need is to know is like 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Then you can get kind of fancy and move around in a circle, but you're just using 1 2 1 2 1 2. And then if there's like a round dance beat, you're just gonna. It's like a heartbeat. You're mostly just stepping sideways like this. But when the drum is on the ground and the drum group is singing and the dancers are dancing, there's a connection between Mother Earth and their feet that are hitting the same time as the drum, and they're at one with Mother Nature, Mother Earth, and they're singing and dancing together. It's like a prayer.
So the kids are pretty receptive to this style of teaching then?
Yeah, they all like the piggy song, and I have like a Don't Talk to Strangers song, and
I want to hear that one.
This one's for I tell the little kids, this is for your little baby brother or sister, and it kind of gives a message. It goes, it has like a crow hop beat. It's a kind of different kind of beat where dancers jump around to the beat. And it goes, don't talk to strangers, way-ya, hey-yo. Don't get into their car or take anything from them, way-ya, hey-yo. Even if they seem nice, go tell a big friend, way-ya, hey-yo. Don't talk to strangers, way-ya, hey-yo. Don't get into their car or take anything from them, way-ya, hey-yo. Even if they seem nice, go tell a big friend, way-ya, hey-yo.
Wow, that's a great way to get
Yeah,
a
actually I
message
got
across.
those lyrics from a good friend named Barney.
Barney?
Yeah.
Is he purple?
Yeah.
I know him. But that's great. I think that you can really connect with the kids that way.
Yeah, they usually have them get up and dance around, and they like jump into the beat. And then at the time, I was trying to make a new song that would grab children's attention. So I looked at my own children, and they liked the Power Rangers. So I watched it, and it was about these superheroes that change into the Power Rangers. And when the lead ranger blows the whistle, he goes, da 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 da, and they change into the Power Rangers. And in the theme song, it says, go, go, Power Rangers. So this is kind of what I came up for. And it goes, ya, hey, ya, way, ya, hey, yo. Billy, Rocky, Adam, and Tommy, way, ya, hey, yo. Kimberly and Aisha, way, ya, hey, yo. These are the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, way, ya, hey, yo. Go, go, Power Rangers, way, ya, hey, yo. Billy, Rocky, Adam, and Tommy, way, ya, hey, yo. Kimberly and Aisha, way, ya, hey, yo. These are the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, way, ya, hey, yo. Go, go, Power Rangers, way, ya, hey, yo. And when I sing to the little kids, they're like,
I was
Power
like
Rangers,
that.
yeah. So they really, they like singing the songs, and they're a lot of fun to sing. There's also another song that I sing for kids that the Black Lodge Singers made, but I kind of changed the lyrics a little bit, and you might recognize the tune of this. It goes, ya, 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 way, ya, ho, way, ya, hey, yo. Twinkle, twinkle, morning star, how I wonder what you are, way, ya, hey, yo. Up above the world so high, like a spirit in the sky, way, ya, hey, yo. Twinkle, twinkle, evening star, how I wonder what you are, way, ya, hey, yo. Up above the world so high, like a spirit in the sky, way, ya, hey, yo. And there's that O sound again.
I like those songs. Those are really cute.
Yeah, I call it the Grandma Twinkle Star song because when my mother and her brothers and sisters were, and a lot of my uncles, they were, their grandmother during the World War II blackouts, they would shut off all the lights and she would sing the Twinkle Star song to them. So they eventually started calling her Grandma Twinkle Star, and that's
Really?
that's what we all called her.
Cute.
So I like to call that song the Grandma Twinkle Star song.
Oh, that's so cute. Now, your sister was telling me that you actually read the obituaries, and if you see that someone has passed, then you'll go sing.
Yeah, in our Lakota ways, we have a song for everything. There's a morning song. There's a song when they eat. There's a, every event there's an honor song made for that special thing. And whenever someone passes away, everybody should have a going away song. And a lot of times in Rapid City, where I was living, a lot of people didn't know who to contact or who get a hold of. And if I knew there was an Indian family, I would ask them if they wanted a song if they didn't already have one, because a lot of families will have, you know, a favorite drum in an area or from the reservation, and they would get them to come. But a lot of people didn't know anybody, so I would, if they didn't have one, I would offer a song, and a lot of times they really liked that, you know, and their family member would go out with the song, and they'd have, you know, going away songs, you know. A lot of the songs say like, "We're gonna miss you," you know, "Where are you going?" and we're gonna cry for you, you know. And a lot of them are sad too, so. But they, you know, they're gonna be in a better place, so they really like the songs.
How long are you gonna be in the area?
Oh, for a good month or two.
Good. So we need everybody out there, especially the schools and the programs. He's here. Take advantage of him being here. You can hire him to come out to the schools, and it's a wonderful opportunity. So I hope you enjoy your visit here, but we're going to put you to work.
Yeah.
But you know, I could see the kids really relating to you. I mean, through the music.
Yeah, and their little kids are like at the age where they remember every little thing, you know. You have to really watch what you say around them, because they'll well, there was some slang one time I was teaching, and I was saying, "Holy, you guys sound good." I said, "Jesus, you sound good." That's some Indian slang, and then the teacher called me aside and said, "A lot of these children are from you know, Christian families, and you're saying holy and Jesus," and I didn't even realize I was saying that, you know, just from hearing it on the reservation, "Holy," you know. And so after that, I was really like trying to, you know, watch what I say, you know. But yeah, little kids are really smart, and they can learn just like that. They can like, I've had kids where I could just sing to them one time, and then you'll hear them singing that song back to you.
So do they actually learn how to play the drum?
Yeah, yep. Some kids are natural. They'll just start drumming a perfect beat, and other ones take a little more practice. But I always get my audience singing. Last year I was doing a presentation where there was 600 children, and well, I did like 300 in the morning and 300 afternoon.
Wow.
But I had so many kids coming to my program that, because they heard the drum, and it just kind of drew the children, and they weren't going to the other presenters, and they were just coming to mine. And so I always try to look at the kids and you know, make eye contact with them. But I had so many that I had to walk around, so I was having to walk back and forth. And they got a picture of me on the front page of the Mankato, Minnesota newspaper, like this. Looked like I was running in action, you know.
You froze in position.
Yeah.
Speaking of freezing in position, weren't you in a movie?
Yeah, I was in the movie Crazy Horse that was made by TNT, and I played an extra, and I was one of Crazy Horse's warriors. I was a lot thinner then, and could ride bareback and try not to fall off my horse. But there was a scene where we were standing behind a teepee, and we were supposed to come running out from behind the teepee. So when they would say rolling, me and this other guy would stand like this. And as soon as they said rolling, we'd come running
action,
out.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I want to thank you for being here. And I'd like you to end, if you could, with the Leonard Peltier song.
Yeah, this is a song that was made by Eulali, and they let me use it for an honor song for Leonard Peltier, and it goes like this. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, way, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, yo. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah. Way ya, hey ya, hey ya, yo. Way ya, way hey ya, ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Way ya, way hey ya, ya, hey ya, hey ya, ya, hey ya, hey ya, yo. Do Western Chico, Bleachy ya, yo. Chico, blechi ayo, oyate ke ha,
you. That's a beautiful song. I've always loved that song.
Thank you.
That's really nice. And I want to thank you for joining us. We are on every Sunday at 6 o'clock. So tune in and you'll see some wonderful guests like you did this evening. We'll see you again next week. Good evening.
Indigenous song, indigenous song.